Can Bill Clinton's black son stop World War III? Bill's illegitimate black son can stop Hillary and World War III. Friends and associates. The Clinton drama continues and is about to explode, especially if mainstream media were not biased in order to maintain a media blackout. However, alternative media is exposing 3 decades of a Clinton secrecy that just might force a response very soon from Hillary's controlled media. Around March of 1984, at the height of Bill and Hillary's Mena, Arkansas cocaine drug running escapades from Colombia, Billy Boy was snorting his product and servicing a beautiful black prostitute, while Hillary attacked and harassed the other women in Bill's life. But the frosting on the cake took a twist when the beautiful black prostitute declared she was pregnant by Bill Clinton. The pregnancy eventually delivered Bill's son on December 7th, 1985, and that's when all hell would break loose, but not before Bill Clinton identified with his son by paying the mother each month $700 in cash, delivered by Billy's crony Arkansas state troopers. Every Christmas, prior to Clinton's presidency, Bill had troopers deliver Christmas presents to his son. Danny Williams Clinton did not know until he was about 5 years old that Bill was his father. He saw the pictures of him and Bill on the family's living room wall, but when Bill Clinton was about to get elected, Hillary Clinton intervened and had troopers break down the door to rip the pictures off the wall. Hillary also threatened Danny's mother with prison and even death if she did not stop interfering with her husband over the birth of Danny. The event took a twist when Hillary obliged to a DNA test for Bill because of the media pressure, and the results came back negative. It was a test later reported as being bogus. Hillary, as a new prosecutor, pulled the same stunt on her client's DNA test of a 12-year-old victim's underwear by cutting away the section of the area where semen of her client was present. And of course, the results came back negative. The rapist walked and Hillary laughed. Danny Williams Clinton is now 30 years old and wants Bill to acknowledge him. If anything, for closure before Bill drops off the planet, and for Danny's 5 children to know who their grandfather is. He's asking for a valid DNA test and just a handshake with his father. Hillary Clinton could have used Danny as her prop for gaining support by the black community, but because of her hypocritical actions with the mother, being a prostitute, and Bill's financial support for Danny, the truth would prove that Hillary Clinton is not really the compassionate person she purports to blacks. On the other hand, Bill Clinton was being halfway responsible until Hillary decided it was enough and ordered him to remove himself from any and all contact with the black prostitute and her son, because he might not get elected, which would later pave the way for Hillary's presidency one day. Hillary threatened Danny's mother to back off and to shut up, or she would be wiped out, according to Danny's statement today on the Alex Jones show. 2 weeks later, Hillary's thugs showed up and threw Danny's mother off the 2nd floor of the apartment building, but she survived. The family moved from one place to the next to avoid Hillary's threats. Bill Clinton himself was born to a prostitute and doesn't know who his father was. Therefore, his support for Danny, acknowledging him as his son before Hillary intervened, is typical of Bill Clinton's actions and feelings towards his son. We cannot allow this story to be buried again after so many years. The Trump campaign must bring Danny into the spotlight to prove the evilness that Hillary continues to present to an ignorant support base of voters. Trump needs every single support voter he can get the vote out, even though the probability of a rigged election is going to happen, regardless of how this latest scandal evolves. We cannot discount the possibility of major false flag events taking place in certain key areas of the country where Republicans dominate, including extreme intimidation at polling stations by Black Lives Matter and the New Black Panthers. In Arizona, the Maricopa County Election Board again attempted to create a problem by issuing by mail over 3,000 false locations for voting on November the 8th. This election is the most dangerous election in our lifetime because a Hillary win will guarantee a war with Russia, open borders, and a world government under the United Nations, which every one of us will financially support. Their corruption, with a carbon tax of whom Al Gore will be Hillary's weather czar. Bill's son, Danny Williams Clinton, just might be the only black person that can stop Hillary in her tracks while saving millions of lives from a thermonuclear war. Russia has called for all Russian citizens to leave certain countries and come back home, plus they're conducting evacuation drills in Russian cities. Nukes are about to be shipped to Cuba, and Putin is moving nukes closer to NATO countries. The next step we have to watch for is when Putin pulls his ambassadors and if Hillary wins the election, legally or not. It's imperative that we do everything we can to destroy Hillary's chances for taking America down a very dark path with no return. If she wins, it's all over for America. From the desk of Captain Dave Bertrand, International Freight Captain, Military and Law Enforcement Background Director for the Intelligence Support Agency during the early 80s, International Aircraft Repossession Government Contractor. This is on the State of the Nation. I'll leave links below for you for this.